Hello friends, do you have baldness issue or you are having androgenic alopecia or your hairline is receding or corners are showing up or your crown has baldness? In that case, you should see this whole video to know whether you can treat this condition with medicines or you should go through hair transplant. So this is the basic video about hair transplant and androgenic alopecia. So we can start. Hello friends, myself Dr. Nipun Kesarkar. I am a dermatologist, cosmetologist and hair transplant surgeon from HairFree And HairGrow Clinic. Friends, today I am going to discuss about androgenic alopecia, which is also called as male pattern hair loss. Before going to know this condition, we should discuss about hair loss and hair fall. Friends, we have a hair which has a cycle. This cycle repeats itself in every 6 years, like anagen, catagen and telogen. These are the three basic stages of hair cycle. Anagen phase will last from 2 years to 6 years, while catagen phase will last from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, while telogen phase will last up to 3 to 4 months. So we are going to discuss about these phases to know the hair fall and hair loss difference. So friends, if you are facing hair fall, that means those fallen hairs are going to grow back from the follicles which are present inside our scalp. But in hair loss, our hairs are not going to come back. So this is the condition when we call as hair loss. Sometimes our skin get burns. In that condition, our follicle might get destroyed, so there will be no hairs. Sometimes we have some wounds or pimples inside our scalp. In that condition also, our hairs not going to come back because the hair follicles are already destroyed. In same manner, this destruction occurs in androgenic alopecia because of the androgens. Friends, basically the androgens are male sex hormones. Mainly testosterone is the culprit. So we are going to discuss about how this condition occurs. So friends, there are 7 main or basic causes of androgenic alopecia. First one is genetics. There is DHT receptors, means dihydroxy testosterone receptors, which are embedded inside our hair follicle during our birth, which is genetically embedded DHT receptors are present on our hair follicle. So because of genetic imposition, we cannot do anything about genetics. The second reason is hormone. The hormone testosterone is converted into dihydroxy testosterone by 5-alpha reductase 1 and 5-alpha reductase 2 enzymes. These DHT molecules are going to attach on your DHT receptors on hair follicle, which are going to cause early anagen effluvium. That means the anagen phase will reduce below 1 year and the hair follicle will go into the catagen phase in which it will divide itself. So because of these androgens, the follicle which is going to divide will divide unequally. So the follicle which is going to give rise to new hair will be smaller and the follicle which is going to be fell down is larger one. So the new hair which is going to come out of these follicles will be very small or vellus hairs. So this conversion of terminal hairs into the vellus hair is called as miniaturization of hair follicles. So these miniaturized hair follicles give rise to miniaturized hairs or small vellus hairs, which you can see while receding your hairline or corners. Even this hair follicle can be seen over your middle portion and crown region. So this is the second reason because of which these hair follicles are miniaturized. So third is blood supply. If your hairs are getting miniaturized, that means the requirement of blood supply to that particular hairs which are getting miniaturized is low. So the blood supply shrinks itself and the nutrition which is supposed to reach to the hair follicle will reduce. So again the miniaturization will increase. Fourth point is diet. If you are having androgenic alopecia, your blood supply is also reduced, then in the third phase is diet, which is not going to reach to the hair follicle which will help the hair follicle to grow. So without the proper diet, the blood supply will not be suffice itself to cover the androgenic alopecia, and the healthy hair will reduce. After this come the sleep. Some hormones like melatonin, which should not be confused with melanin, this melatonin hormone will improve your hair growth. These hormones will naturally occur while we sleep during night. We have to sleep approximately 7 to 8 hours at night to release this hormone so that it can help our hair growth. If you are not sleeping properly, so these hormones like melatonin are not going to secreted, and then your hair loss problem will increase. The fifth problem is stress. If you are feeling stressed, that means you are going to increase your testosterone levels. If you are feeling stress, in that condition your sleep will deprive, because of which again the hormonal imbalance will be there and your androgenic alopecia will increase. So last but not the least is environment, in which we should be aware of sunlight, dust, water, what type of water we are going to use, like hot water or hard water which has very much minerals inside it. After that there is a sweating, sebaceous gland activity inside our scalp hairs. All these things will affect your androgenic alopecia. So the collective measures to reduce the androgenic alopecia should cover all these points. So the hair loss problem can be treated considering all these conditions, but the hair loss in which we are going to lose our hair follicle, which can only be treated by the hair transplant, which can give you the permanent results. If you want to know more about the androgenic alopecia and if you have hair loss problem, then you should see our other videos also. If you like this video, then please like it, subscribe our channel. Thank you.